Hi, it's Miles Red Songbird in New York City. I'll begin mainstream and close to you now. Trying, definition, adjective, difficult or annoying, hard to endure. It had been a very trying day, stressful, difficult, taxing. Merriam-Webster says severely straining the powers of endurance. Words related to trying, demanding, exacting, importuning, pressing, pressuring, pushing, aggravating, agitating, annoying, bothering, exasperating, galling, getting to, gnawing at, grating, harassing, harrying, hassling, irking, irritating, nettling, paining, peeving, pestering, riling, spiting, and vexing. Words related to again and again, always, consistently, continuously, might and night and day, perpetually, unceasingly, uninterruptedly, afresh, again, anew, commonly, habitually, ordinarily, regularly, routinely. Trying, verb used with object, try, trying, to attempt to do or accomplish. Try, an attempt, an effort, to have a try at something. What root word means try? Because this is a very common word, because we always say, all right, I'll try, And I just want you to see what's happening when you're trying. Okay. Hashtag 87, add, to, towards. The English prefix add means to, towards. Examples using this prefix include admit and adjust. An easy way to remember that the prefix add means toward is through the word advertise. For when you advertise, you try to turn potential buyers towards the product you are selling. Towards. T for thee, O for order, W-A-R for war, D-O for D for do, S for something. The order, war, do something. What is a root verb? The verb root or base form of a verb is the form listed in the dictionary. The verb root is the same as the infinitive, e.g., to dive, to jump, to wonder, but without the to. It is the version I wonder. Stevie Wonder, dead. Stevie Wonder, dead. In other words, his eye is dead. Broke up the verb without an endings, e.g., s, ing, and ed, e.g., abbreviation of, for example, energy, unknown, E for energy, X for unknown, AM for am, M for ma, PLE for ample. Energy unknown, M, ma, ample. M, people, PLE for people. P for present, E for energy, Eve, O for order, P for pleasure, Eve, ma, L for likes, P for people. Present, energy, Eve, order, pleasure. Eve Ma, mother of the earth, likes people. Eve Ma finds people pleasurable. Eve Ma finds people pleasurable, able. Able to find pleasure in people. Okay, so we're finding some truths here. Me, used by a speaker to refer to himself. Reefer, get high. Pronoun, or herself, himself or herself, as an object of a verb or preposition. Do you understand me? 2. Informal, used in exclamation. Dear me. 1. Words, vocabulary, language, parts of speech, identify, signify, unlocking meanings. Identity. I for pleasure, D for daughter, E for Eve, Earth Mother, N for enter, T for true, I for pleasure, T for tie. Pleasure, daughter of the sun, Eve, Earth Mother, enters true pleasure, tie. And that could be the tie with the sun, her father. Word defined. A single, distinct, meaningful element of speech or writing used with others, or sometimes alone, to form a sentence, and typically shown with a spoke on either I'm serving a sentence of poverty. Is that spare with a spare? Because I'm not connected with anybody of abundance. Side when written or printed. I was sentenced to poverty by a preacher who said it's easier for a rich man to go through the eye of a needle than it is for him to go to heaven. Sermon said identity. See that sermon, C, S for C, A for A, identity, ID. Okay. I identify my desire to be as rich as a rich man's desire, and new outcome being staying poor. New outcome. I newly believed I had to stay poor or burn in hell for eternity. E for Eve, T-E-R-N for term, T-U-R-N for turn. True U-R-N, true U-R-N. Run, R-N, run, ran from hell. I ran from hell that day. Beliefs dictate thoughts. Thoughts are sentences. Thoughts dictate sentences into mental prisons. Emotions attach to sentences. Hold sentences in place. And decisions, now sentences. I felt bad that I wasn't going to get Mama money. I felt sad that Mama had to stay poor. Had. Need. Hell. Add. H-E-L-D. I held. H-E-L-D. Hell. Add. Advertisement. stay poor. I sentence myself to feeling bad. I sentence myself to Mama and I having to stay poor. I held hell's advertisement. Some folk act like being poor is a crime. From the song It Ain't No Fun Being a Welfare Recipient on Edwin Birdsong's What It Is album. Some folk feel bad because they're poor. Me, because I believed I had a choice of being as poor or being as rich and going to hell, burning for eternity. I real alive now, I believed a lie. I realized I believed in my ability to get rich, doing good, adding value to the world. I could be a rich woman entered. In sounds like end, E-N-D. N is a Z on its, is an N on its side. You see that? This N is a Z on its side. I'll show you. Where was it? There it is. See? I don't know if you saw that. Okay, had I declined, and are you following me? I wanted to make my mother rich. I went to church, and the preacher said, you can't go to, if you get rich, you can't go to heaven. So I gave up wanting to be rich because I didn't want to go to hell. Okay. Doing good, adding value to her, and sounds like. Okay, I read that. So the Z, which is a zigzag set of lines that M-E-A-R mirrors the last letter. That means the last letter. The Z is the last letter, the final sound, Z, in the English language. In combination with same is symbol for sleeping. See? I'm just showing you how one can get programmed to be poor. Now, did they put that in the Bible to keep us poor? I don't know. English. N God's, N-G for God's, Glish, L for will, I for I, S for sentence self to feeling bad, place for bad people is hell. So you see, I sentenced myself to hell because when I said, no, I won't get my mother the money, I won't make my mother rich because I go to hell. That means I sentenced myself to being poor. And poverty is hell. So any way you look at it, I sentenced myself to hell. My thoughts, you see. See hell, heaven. See heaven in America where you see those lives. You see people who look like they live in heaven in America, in heaven. Rich and royalty celebrities are in heaven. Or it looks like they are. But she lives the life of punishment, being a bad person, because she didn't choose to make her mother rich at the price of burning in hell for eternity. You see, this is the way this goes on in a child's mind who has no conversation. If had I gone home from church and said to my mother, "Do you know what the preacher said? Is it true? I'm so scared, Mama." If I could have talked it out, I wouldn't be stuck with the sentence to be in hell. Okay? So please talk to your children. Find out what's in their mind. Find out what they're presuming is true. Present rice. P for present, rice for rice. P-R-I-C-E, price, right. Okay. Public relations. P-R for public relations. B for B. U-R for earning. An urn is where ashes from cremation are kept. Similar to word term. Earn. Name me guilty of not wanting. Name me same. Not wanting to die and burn forever to make my mama rich. And then I felt bad. You see, I felt bad because I didn't want to do that. Ma, N for need. Ma need. Main. Ma need. Humane. H for hell. U. M-A. Ma. M-A-N. Man. Need. I believed I had to go to hell to meet Ma's need. Lots of money was her need, I thought. My mother told me once she didn't value money. She didn't want a lot of money. It just burned a hole in her pocket, she said. I knew she didn't value me either. She hadn't wanted me. She told me that. She hadn't wanted me to exist. She had tried to destroy me. She sent me to a kind of hell, telling me this. Sentenced to be unwanted by C source. Our ace. Is that race? Yeah, our race. Black. Be lack. Race. Human. Hell you man. Man fake. Destroying. Clean water. Clean air. Destroying clean air. Killing each other. Killing babies. Baba G. Jesus. Be pleasure. Earth Mother. Eve energy. Venus. Source of pleasure. I just remember being sentenced to hell. S-E-N-T, sent. N for North, C for Carolina. Spiritual enclave ended. North Carolina spiritual enclave ended. The order. Hell held.